Hey Bandidos, Tux here. The Intelligence Annex dropped today, and it's a big deal. They confirmed new content, new seasons, and new gear in this single article, as well as a new in-game feature that will help you become more powerful and specialized based on how you play. Cutting into the live feed, replay in 3, 2, 1, go. So what is expertise? Okay, so that's what we're going to be talking about today. So welcome to our Intelligence Annex, a sequence of articles where you can discover the latest insights about incoming content features in the Division 2. Today we have the pleasure to introduce you to a brand new progression feature called expertise. That's cool. I'm already liking what I'm hearing. I don't know about you guys. So we're talking about expertise, brand new feature. Okay. We all know that getting the most out of your gear is important to any agent in the field, and sometimes a lot of planning and difficult decisions goes into ensuring your equipment is maximized and ready for a fight. While we know this will be much clearer once you see it in action, we'll today do our best to explain this new feature through this first glimpse article. And you're seeing it here first on TuxedoBandido Live. What is expertise? Expertise is a new way for agents to further develop the performance of the gear, weapons, and skill variants. Thanks to this feature, you will be able to improve the grade of your equipment and directly increase their base stats for greater efficiency. Interesting. Of course, this feature will be complementary to the existing crafting and optimization stations to give you a new way to gain power while using your items in the field. Expertise will be available from the recalibration station in the base of operations or Haven through dedicated new expertise tab. Okay, so it's gonna be add-on to our optimization station. Got it. How does the expertise feature work? This is exciting, guys. Exciting, a brand new feature. Really cool. This is really cool. So get new specializations and this expertise dealio. Okay, so let's read into this. Excuse me, I got a sneeze coming out. Woo! All right, with the new expertise feature, you will be able to increase the grade of an item, brand, or gear set to increase its base stats. For example, with base damage bonuses for a weapon. So you'll be able to increase the grade of an item, brand, or gear set to increase its base stats, for example, the base damage bonus for weapons. So you can increase. So right now our base damage is 15%. I think what that's saying is that we'll be able to increase it from 15% to say something like 20% or whatever. The number of times you'll be able to increase the grade of these items will be equal to your expertise level. Okay, so we have to have a level. To earn expertise level, you will need to gain proficiency ranks by using an item, brand, or gear set in combat, or by investing resources into researching them. Okay, interesting. Okay, so by using, let's say, y'all gear a lot, we'll get proficiency ranks on y'all gear, and then we'll be able to use that rank to upgrade our y'all gear from, its base armor damage to a higher base armor damage. Does that make sense? Or if it was like Cheska, we will be able to take, by using Cheska a lot, we will improve our proficiency ranks and be able to upgrade our 15% weapon damage to something like 20% weapon damage over time. Once you reach the maximum proficiency rank for said equipment, you will become proficient with it. It is important to note that you may only improve the grade of items, brands, and gear sets you are proficient with. Through this feature, we want to encourage players to experience new builds and playstyles without penalizing those who prefer to stick to their favorite one. We will now share, well, we only have so many, so I'm just gonna say right here without going too further, I mean, if you play this game a lot, it's just like, aren't you gonna be proficient in basically everything? Because, I mean, I use Bellstone on everything, for example. I use Bellstone, Cheska, Grupo. I'm going to use those on a lot of pieces, a lot of gear builds. And so I feel like I'd be proficient in everything, like really fast, because these pieces are reoccurring, you know? I don't know. I feel like I'm going to be proficient in a lot of things. There'll only be a few things I won't be proficient with, you know? Like 511. I don't know, but I even use the 511. I use the death grips a lot. Wouldn't that count? you know, if I'm using the death grip. We will now share some more in-depth information about this feature and how you'll be able to develop your expertise moving forward. Yeah, let's check that out. Compatible item types. Expertise will be available for the following item types. Weapons, Black Market, AKM, P416, SOCOM. Okay, so all the weapons, got it. Brands, Gila Guard, Alp Summit, Walker Harris, etc. Okay, so all the brands. Gear sets, strikers, okay. Battle gear, aces, hunters, fury, got it. Named items, okay, that's good to know. Wow, named item. Fox's Prayer, the White Death, the Hollow Man, cool. Exotics, that's a big deal right there. Okay, so the other ones were obvious for me for the most part. Weapons, brands, gear sets. Named items was good to know as well. But exotics, guys. We're going to be able to upgrade the proficiency on our exotics. So think about it. The Lady Death, the Chameleon. The Chameleon gives us, you know, has... well, we're only talking about the base weapon stats. Probably the base weapon and like health damage and damage to armor and stuff like that. So I think that's what we'll be able to increase. So it's not going to be the talents, of course, because it's too much variable on the devs to be able to add to that. But that's still a big deal. If you use the Chameleon a lot, you can get a higher base weapon damage on that Chameleon. Wow, that's really cool. So yeah, Ryan Aiken, yeah. This mask that I'm wearing is an exact replica of the mask that my character is wearing. So I like to I guess play into the lore a little bit. You know, I think that's what's really cool about this game is that it's got that nice story behind it, or mystery behind it, especially with the hunters. And so yeah, if you look here, my mask is a replica of his mask. So he might be a little bit more handsome than I am. I don't know. But yeah, if you want to join the club for $1, just click the join button right below this video screen. It's literally right below the screen that the video playing on, whether it's your phone or your computer. There's a green join button right below. Click that and you will have member tier options. Taxational supporter is the $1, only for $1. And then if you want to tap into classified builds, you want to choose at least a true Bandido member level or a hardcore Bandido member level. So appreciate you guys. Thank you for supporting me. Okay, so yeah, exotics, that's a big deal. Okay, skill variants, explosive sticky bomb. Wow. So we can make our defender drone stronger by using it a lot. And I use my defender drone, my assault turret and my drone a lot. So to be able to make that stronger is pretty cool. And then specialization weapons, which is meh. I really hope that they fix the animation on the specialization weapons, because the reason why I don't use those is because, you know, just the switching to it thing is so freaking slow. It's just like, you know, if you're a really laid back player and you're playing in the backfield a lot, then okay. But, you know, if you're running and gunning, like, you know, to use your specialization weapon, if you're a fast-paced player, to use your specialization weapon is like almost never. And some of them you're not allowed to use in cover, right? Like the gunner specialization, you have to get out of cover, so that sort of makes that useless in many situations. But for brand and gear sets, you will develop proficiency for all compatible equipment in these sets at the same time. So if you're running Bellstone and Cheska and Y'all and Grupo, then you're going to increase your proficiency all at the same time. It's important to note that you don't need to acquire a copy of an item before you can start developing proficiency on it. You can always see all the possible items available for research in the expertise lab and the recalibration station. So that's basically what I'm interpreting there. I'm going to interpret that, and they might give us some more intel on it as we dig through here, but I'm basically seeing that they're saying that you can spend resources on researching your expertise to also help boost it up versus just through experience. So, yeah. So either way, that means more time in the game. That's basically what all of this stuff comes down to, right? The devs are trying to get players to dedicate more time into the game. So, okay, also new content being added to the game. Yay! They said it. They said it. Let's all cry together. Group hug. Group hug. Yeah, new content being added to the game. The pool of compatible items will increase, and therefore, your capacity to develop your expertise level further. Another good reason to discover and enjoy new equipment introduced with new seasons. Okay, that is huge. That's huge. You get me? What's going on, brother? Welcome to the stream. So listen to what they just said here. Okay, we're gonna read between the lines, okay? Also, with new content being added to the game, okay, new content being added to the game confirmed, but we had that confirmed. We're expecting it in February. But this part, the pool of compatible items will increase. They're basically saying that we're gonna get more gear. That's what I see. Is that what you guys see? So what they just said to me, how I'm interpreting that is the pool of compatible items will increase with saying that we're gonna get new brand sets, possibly new gear sets, possibly new named items, and new exotics. And it says here, another good reason to discover and enjoy new equipment introduced with new seasons. So that seconds my assumption above. Discover and enjoy new equipment introduced with new seasons. Group hug. That is a big group hug right there, guys, because we are going to be getting new equipment, new seasons, new content being added to the game, new specializations, or a specialization revamp, I should say, and then this new thing that we are calling efficient expertise. So, woo! That's big, guys. It's a big deal. I hope you're pumped, man. I mean, that's why I've been, working hard to keep you guys happy and what's the word that I like to use? Inspired, to play this game because it's such a cool game, guys. It's such a cool. Even with all the new games out there, there's nothing like the Division 2. There's just nothing, The atmosphere in this game, inside the game, when you just log in, and I log into some other great games that, like, even Battlefield 2042, it's a great game. I'm covering it, but the atmosphere is just different. It's really high quality atmosphere in this game, and that makes a world of a difference. You can really get into this game. I love it. But yeah, so I really hope I'm inspiring you guys and motivating you to explore this game more and to go beyond your comfort zone. And that way, when the new content hits, you guys are ready, You're ready. You're ready to, again, take it to the next step. Right? So now is the time to be playing the game because you want to get your character and your stash in a really good place for when all this stuff hits. You want to be maxed out. You want to have your best gear options, boiled down. You want to be organized. You want to be a great player so you can farm that new season rewards track efficiently and tap into those builds first. That's what I do. So when those new reward tracks hit for seasons, I like to burn through them really fast so that I can start getting to some really cool builds. Anyways, gaming proficiency with items. Let's get into the next section. An item's quality and type determine how many proficiency points is in needs to reach maximum proficiency rank, which is 10. Okay, there it is. There's a detail. So our max proficiency rank will be 10, so we need to rank to 10. There are 3 different ways in which an agent can develop proficiency on an item. Using the item in the field and getting kill XP with them. That's probably how we will typically do it. By getting kill XP while compatible items are being equipped, you will earn proficiency points for each of them. That's good to know. So everything you have on your build will be ranking up. Equipping several items from a brand or set will increase proficiency points earnings for the specific type. So if you're running 3 pieces of Grupo, for example, you're gonna triple up on that XP. Donating matching items. So you can donate any item that matches the one you want to develop proficiency with. For example, with similar gear set, brand, or item. Donating materials. You will also be able to leverage your precious stash of material and currencies to increase your proficiency with rare elements yielding to better results. Okay, donating. So that's like, if you don't know, this is what that's gonna be like. Let me switch real quick. So what it's talking about is like if you go into donating is different, okay, guys? So if you look at your projects, for example, an SHD requisition, this is donating, okay? So I can donate this item. It says, are you sure you want to donate? You see that? And no. So these resources, some of these resources are really valuable if you're doing a lot of builds. So, but if you want to rank up your character, you're probably going to do it. Like I stopped donating. I don't need exotic caches, so I never donate for exotic caches anymore. I stopped doing that. But also because these resources are really valuable to me for builds. And so if I run out of resources, I stop building, and that sucks, right? And I have to go farm resources to build more, create more builds for you guys. So those resources are really valuable, but to level up your character, it will be worth it. So I imagine doing both of those for certain things to get proficient with it. But eventually we're just going to be proficient at everything. Isn't that how it's going to work? While donating items or materials could be a good way to quickly progress, you will also be able to passively earn proficiency points just by playing any activity within the game, as long as you have compatible equipped items. You can check your current items' proficiency levels at any time in the menu or join the recalibration station to review all of them and what items you may miss from your current collection. Expertise level usage. As you gain proficiency ranks and more items, you will also gain the expertise level of your agent. You will need to reach a certain number of accumulated proficiency ranks to level up. Cool. Okay. Yeah, that's really cool news, guys. What do you think? What do you think there? Does that make sense? I mean, it's pretty straightforward, I feel like. But let me just see, make sure I don't have... Mike Hawk, welcome to the stream, brother. What'd I miss? Holy crap, Mike. You got a lot to scroll through, man. You might have to hit the rewind on this one. We got the unlimited y'all gear farming. Now we've moved on to the Annex, which is big news. They've basically confirmed we're going to be getting a new seasons, all of next year, basically. New gear and new content. So they summed that all up in a single sentence on this Annex. So that we're going through, and we're about halfway, 3/4 away or so, I guess, through this post, about 3/4 of the way. So welcome for all of those who've just joined. Sorry if I'm not getting to everybody's questions right now. I want to make sure I efficiently get through this article so that you guys all know what the dealio is. But thank you for hanging in there with me as we go through this article. So for every level of expertise players gain, this is where we are here, players gain increased ability to upgrade in items using materials. This works much like the optimization feature, of course, but instead of increasing a particular attribute towards a max value, you instead get to increase the base stat of the item. This increase improves the item's grade, is what we're going to say. So upgrading each category has an effect that is tied to that item category. Okay, so weapons, 1% increase to base damage. Gear, 1% increase to base armor. And skills, 1% increase to base damage, healing, status effects, and duration. Okay. Important information. Current values are work in progress and may be subject to change based on future balancing needs and PTS feedback. Okay, so don't get stuck on these 1% increases. They're saying basically this information here is suspected change, we'll say. But anyways, that's cool. So basically what this is saying, just to sum it up, is for weapon damage, for example, if you use Cheska a lot, then you'll be able to increase by 1% over time the grade of the Cheska chest piece from 15 to, let's say, 20% base weapon damage. That's really cool. So you're going to be a stronger character. And it's going to be where you're stronger at is going to be a variable based on how you play. That's what they're doing here. You see that, guys? So this is definitely based on how you play, which is really cool. They're not forcing you down a certain channel. So agents can continue to level up their expertise level by ranking up with all the items available to them. Each time new items are added to the game, the maximum expertise level also increases. Okay, that's cool to know. So they are saying here they're going to be adding more stuff to the game. I mean, they're leaving it open to the possibilities. So I won't say more than that. They're leaving it open for the possibilities, which is good. But the maximum expertise level also increases. So they're basically saying they're going to have to adjust the pool of expertise when new gear enters the game. So closing words and glossary. Okay. Our ambition with the expertise feature is to give newcomers and experienced players alike an opportunity to get better rewarded whenever they use their favorite items or want to try something new. We are looking forward to showing you this new feature in action and to hear from your feedback during the PTS to help us put the finishing touches on the balancing. Glossary. Expertise. The name of the new feature allowing you to upgrade your gear, weapons, or skill variants. Expertise level. Agent's level with the expertise feature. Proficiency rank. How proficient you are with a specific type of items. Max out at 10 ranks. Proficient. Reach max rank in an item type proficiency. Permits upgrading of items of that type. Grade. Individual item upgrades. Display on your item, for example, Lady Death, grade 2. Oh, that'll be cool. So you get a status on your whatever you're upgrading. So grade 2. That is all for this Intelligence Annex. Next time around, we will provide you more information about the improvements we are currently working on for our seasons, which will be implemented starting from next season. Okay. If you haven't already, keep up to date with the latest news and communications by following them on the forums, Twitter, Discord. Thank you for your continued support, the Division 2 team. All right, group huggers. So yeah, that's a lot to digest, but either way, I'm liking what I'm hearing here. They're definitely investing into this game for the long run. And so let me let you know what you can expect. Okay, so let's not do too much speculation because we don't want to create a bunch of fake news here, but I just want to, let me just scroll, I think, up to but this is a big important detail here. But I want to focus in on this sentence. I think this sentence right here is a big deal for us. Okay, for us people that love this game. Just to recap that, it says also with new content being added to the game, so confirming that, but we know that. That's going to come in February. The pool of compatible items will increase. They're saying the pool of compatible items will increase. Will increase. That's the key word right there. They're saying new gear will come. Okay? So your capacity to develop your expertise level further. So another good reason to discover and enjoy new equipment introduced with new seasons. Again, new equipment introduced with new seasons. So they basically said it twice there that we are going to be getting new equipment introduced with the upcoming seasons. And that's always sort of been something we've been sort of suspecting to happen, expecting to happen. But right there, it's in black and white or blue and khaki, if you will. But they are saying that we're going to get some new gear. And that's exciting for me. That means more builds, guys. And that's why I'm also been doing a lot of these back-to-back builds. Because I'm trying to get all these builds out before the new season hits so that we can start focusing on the new stuff as well. But some other things you need to be aware of. We will be having a makeshift season starting within the next couple of weeks. I think probably around December 15th is what I guess. There's usually a couple of week break in between seasons. And so it's going to be a makeshift season to hold us off until the next one. And so apparently they're going to stitch together our favorite events. So look forward to that. And then there's also going to be an apparel event. It's apparently supposed to be a brand new apparel event. So it's not going to be a rerun of an apparel event that we've had before. Listen, this is something you really need to know. For a limited time, you can farm unlimited Y'all gear without going to the Dark Zone. Y'all gear is a Dark Zone exclusive brand set that is not easy to get. I'm going to show you how to get all that you need and more. It's super easy, but the stars align like this very rarely. Watch this live stream replay to learn more. Tuxedo out.